Oh, hi. When we saw Daft Punk win Record of the Year at the Grammys a week or so ago for Get Lucky, that made us really think, because those lyrics are really meaningful for a lot of people in the Puget Sound region apartment market, particularly developers, investors, professional property managers, and the on-site management team. So in thinking about those lyrics, we really started to zero in on a couple of issues that are worth taking a look at right now. Last fall, we counted 34,500 units that developers plan to open between 2014 and 2017 in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties. Right now, we're doing an update, and we've already found 36,500 units developers are planning to open in that same time period. That's up 2,000 units in just the past 4 months. That's significant, but now here's the shocker. Developers have opened an average of 3,600 units per year in each of the last 20 years. But wait, in the next 2 years alone, developers are planning to open 3,100 units per quarter on average. That's almost the same amount of volume in 1/4 the time. And investors don't plan to stop in 2015. We're tracking about 20,000 more units developers plan to start construction on in the next couple of years that will come into the market, maybe some in 2015, but others in 2016, 2017, and beyond. At this point, it really appears that developers have come too far to give up their dreams, and they're hoping to get lucky that this economy will continue to fill units for them. As a result of all of this development surge, there are a number of investors right now who fear this tidal wave of new units will sort of swamp their dreams, and they're really hoping on the economy to hold up for them as well. Whether they'll be as lucky or not really depends on how well our economy does hold up. In December, Conway Peterson Economics forecasted that our region would add 94,000 additional jobs in 2014 and 2015. They're going to come out with another update in about a month, and I think we're all anxiously awaiting that. Hopefully it will be at least as good or even better. Here's why that matters so much. In the past 3 years, our economy added 120,000 jobs. In the past 3 years, apartment investors filled up an additional 26,000 apartment units. So there was additional demand for those many units. It took 4.7 jobs to create demand for one additional apartment unit in the past 3 years. Now that's pretty amazing. The long-term historical trend is it really takes 7 or 8 or even more jobs to create demand for one additional apartment. Now there are a few reasons why demand has been so much stronger, and just a couple of them include demographic trends like the Gen Y trend and the geezer trend that we've talked about in the past. And we're going to go into some detail on that again in a future video in the next 30 days or so. So if this jobs to demand relationship holds up, our market's going to be in pretty good shape over the next few years in spite of all this new construction. But that is an if, and it has some property managers worried that their budgets may come apart at the seams. If the market weakens, they could anticipate higher vacancies, more concessions, a slowdown in the rate of rent growth, or even rent reductions. These will have pretty damaging effects on the bottom line. So, here's a summary of these key issues. Builders come too far to give up their dreams, so they pin their hopes on their on-site teams.
We're up all night writing house splits. We're up all night to get renters. We're up all night to fill apartments. We're up all night to get lucky.
Investors fear tidal waves of new units, not gentle streams, so they pin their hopes on their on-site teams.
We're up all night updating Craigslist. We're up all night to get renters. We're up all night to save the bottom line. We're up all night to get lucky.
CPMs fear budgets coming apart at the seams, so they pin their hopes on their on-site teams.
We're up all night updating hot pounds. We're up all night to get renters. We're up all night to keep investors happy. We're up all night to get lucky. Builders come too far to give up their dreams.
We hope that you liked this week's video and you'll come back next week for another weekly apartment update.